How to make people like you in 90 seconds or less. Introduction: The science of being liked. Imagine walking into a room filled with strangers. The air hums with the murmur of conversations, and you feel the familiar pang of self-doubt. What do people think of me? Am I coming across as likable? These questions, while often unspoken, are universal. For better or worse, our social connections define much of our happiness, success, and fulfillment in life. Yet, the art of connecting with others, especially making a positive first impression, remains a mystery to many. In this book, Nicholas Boothman asserts that forming meaningful connections isn't about luck, innate charm, or knowing the right people. Instead, it's a skill, one that anyone can learn. Through his decades of experience as a communications expert, Boothman breaks down the science of being liked into actionable steps that anyone can apply to their daily interactions. But why 90 seconds? Studies show that humans form their first impression of someone within seconds of meeting them. These snap judgments are often subconscious, shaped by cues like body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. In those fleeting moments, we're evaluated on trustworthiness, confidence, and likability, factors that can influence everything from personal relationships to professional success. What if you could master those crucial first moments? What if you knew exactly how to make someone feel at ease, respected, and interested in you, all before you've even spoken a full sentence? Boothman's book offers precisely that, a roadmap to turning strangers into allies, acquaintances into friends, and connections into lasting relationships. Over the course of this summary, we'll explore the building blocks of Boothman's methods, how to use body language to convey warmth and openness, the role of first impressions and how to master them, techniques to establish rapport and keep conversations flowing, strategies to build trust and create meaningful bonds. This isn't just about networking or small talk, it's about learning to engage with people authentically and confidently. As Boothman explains, connection is at the heart of every successful relationship, personal or professional. By the end of this journey, you'll have the tools to walk into any room, start a conversation, and leave a lasting positive impression. So, if you've ever wished for a how-to guide for making people like you, look no further. Let's dive into the science of connection and discover how, in just 90 seconds, you can change the trajectory of your relationships and maybe even your life. If you're enjoying this audiobook summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest incisive audiobook projects. Chapter 1: The Power of First Impressions. The saying, "You never get a second chance to make a first impression," holds more truth than we often realize. Research shows that within the first 90 seconds of meeting someone, they form a lasting judgment about you. This judgment is shaped not only by what you say but by a host of other factors, including your body language, tone of voice, and demeanor. These initial impressions often determine whether someone wants to engage with you further, and they can shape the trajectory of your relationships, whether personal or professional. Nicholas Boothman's first lesson is this: the way you introduce yourself matters a lot. But before diving into the mechanics, let's examine the psychology behind first impressions and why they wield so much power. The science of snap judgments. Humans are hardwired to assess people quickly. Evolutionarily, these snap judgments served as survival mechanisms, helping our ancestors decide whether someone was friend or foe. Today, while the context has changed, the speed at which we form these impressions remains the same. Studies reveal that people evaluate traits like trustworthiness, intelligence, and likability within moments of meeting someone. Interestingly, many of these evaluations are influenced by subconscious biases. For example, research has shown that people with open, approachable body language are perceived as more confident and competent, while closed or guarded postures can suggest insecurity or defensiveness. Similarly, factors like tone of voice and eye contact play crucial roles in shaping how others perceive us. While some of these judgments may seem beyond our control, Boothman emphasizes that we can consciously influence the impression we make through deliberate actions and behaviors. The three key components of a great first impression. Boothman identifies three critical elements that determine how others perceive you during those pivotal first 90 seconds. 1. Your attitude. Your mindset is the foundation of any interaction. Boothman advises adopting a useful attitude, which means approaching each new encounter with positivity, curiosity, and a genuine interest in the other person. Instead of worrying about whether you'll be liked or what to say, focus on making the other person feel seen and valued. A useful attitude also means staying calm and confident. Nervousness can often manifest as awkwardness or hesitation, which may lead others to misinterpret your demeanor. By cultivating a positive outlook and focusing on the potential for connection, you can project warmth and openness. 2. Your body language. Nonverbal communication often speaks louder than words. Boothman explains that open, friendly body language is key to creating a welcoming impression. This includes posture. Stand tall with your shoulders relaxed, signaling confidence and approachability. Gestures. Keep your arms uncrossed and your hands visible, as hidden or defensive gestures can create a sense of distrust. Facial expression. A genuine smile is one of the most powerful tools for making others feel at ease. Even the direction of your body can send a message. By turning your torso and feet toward the person you're speaking with, you convey genuine interest in them. 3. Your eye contact and tone of voice. Eye contact is another critical element in forming connections. Boothman advises maintaining steady, natural eye contact without staring, as this builds trust and shows attentiveness. Pair this with a warm, enthusiastic tone of voice to reinforce your approachability and confidence. The 90-second checklist. To help you master the art of first impressions, Boothman provides a simple checklist. 1. Smile. A smile immediately sets a positive tone and makes you seem approachable. 2. Make eye contact. Engage with your listener by looking directly at them. 3. Use their name. Repeat the person's name shortly after learning it to reinforce your connection and help you remember it. 4. Mirror their energy. Subtly matching their tone and pace can create a sense of rapport. 5. Be present. Focus on the person in front of you rather than worrying about how you're coming across. The power of intentional introductions. The beauty of Boothman's framework lies in its simplicity. These techniques don't require charisma or years of practice, they simply require intention. By mastering the art of making a strong first impression, you can transform the way you connect with others and set the stage for deeper, more meaningful relationships. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the specific role of body language and how it can reinforce or undermine the impression you're trying to make. Through small, deliberate adjustments, you'll learn how to use nonverbal cues to your advantage and become someone people want to engage with from the very first moment. Chapter 2: The Language of the Body. If words are the sentences of communication, body language is the punctuation. It clarifies, emphasizes, and enhances what we say, or undermines it completely. Nicholas Boothman highlights the critical role of nonverbal communication in shaping first impressions. Your posture, gestures, facial expressions, and even the way you hold yourself all send powerful signals to those around you. These cues are often processed subconsciously, forming the foundation of how others perceive you before you've spoken a word. In this chapter, we explore the art of positive body language and how to use it to make others feel comfortable, valued, and engaged. The power of open and closed body language. Body language can be broadly categorized as open or closed. Open body language signals approachability, confidence, and friendliness, while closed body language creates barriers, both physical and emotional. Closed body language. Imagine someone standing with their arms crossed tightly over their chest, head tilted downward, and avoiding eye contact. This posture conveys defensiveness, disinterest, or even hostility. It's a universal signal that the person is closed off from interaction. Similarly, fidgeting, slouching, or keeping your hands hidden can make you appear nervous or untrustworthy. Open body language. In contrast, open body language invites connection. Standing tall with your arms relaxed at your sides, maintaining an open stance, and leaning slightly toward the person you're speaking to all convey that you're engaged and approachable. This posture not only makes others feel more comfortable, but also boosts your own confidence. Key elements of positive body language. Boothman outlines specific actions you can take to project positive body language and make others feel at ease. 1. Smile with sincerity. A genuine smile is one of the simplest yet most effective tools for creating a positive impression. A smile communicates warmth, friendliness, and confidence, immediately setting a welcoming tone. Neuroscientific studies even suggest that smiling is contagious, prompting others to mirror your positivity. To ensure your smile appears authentic, engage the muscles around your eyes as well as your mouth. A forced smile that involves only your lips can come across as insincere. 2. Maintain good posture. Your posture speaks volumes about your confidence and attitude. Standing tall with your shoulders relaxed and back straight signals self-assurance and openness. Avoid slouching or hunching, as these postures can make you seem unsure or disengaged. 3. Use your hands intentionally. Your hands are a powerful tool for reinforcing your message or distracting from it. Avoid hiding your hands in pockets or folding your arms, as these gestures can seem defensive. Instead, use your hands to gesture naturally and emphasize key points. Keeping your palms visible is particularly effective, as it subconsciously conveys honesty and transparency. 4. Lean in, but not too much. A slight forward lean during conversation signals interest and engagement, showing the other person that you're actively listening. However, be mindful of personal space. Leaning in too much can make someone feel uncomfortable. 5. Mirror and match. One of the most effective ways to build rapport is by subtly mirroring the body language of the person you're speaking with. This technique, often called mirroring, creates a subconscious sense of connection and harmony. For example, if they're leaning slightly forward, you might do the same. If they gesture with their hands while speaking, respond with similar gestures. The role of eye contact. Eye contact is a cornerstone of effective communication. It conveys attentiveness, respect, and confidence. However, the balance is crucial. Too little eye contact can make you seem distracted or uninterested, while too much can feel invasive. Boothman advises maintaining natural eye contact for a few seconds at a time, breaking it occasionally to avoid appearing overly intense. When paired with a smile, eye contact helps establish trust and signals genuine engagement. Aligning body language with your words. Body language and verbal communication should work in harmony. Mismatched signals, such as saying, "I'm so happy to meet you," while frowning or avoiding eye contact, create confusion and undermine your message. Aligning your words with your nonverbal cues reinforces authenticity and makes your communication more compelling. The confidence feedback loop. One of the most interesting aspects of body language is its impact on your own mindset. Research shows that adopting confident body language not only influences how others perceive you, but also boosts your self-confidence. This phenomenon, often referred to as the confidence feedback loop, means that standing tall and smiling can help you feel more positive and in control, even in nerve-wracking situations. Practice makes perfect. Mastering positive body language requires practice. Boothman recommends observing yourself in the mirror or recording yourself during conversations to identify areas for improvement. Pay attention to your posture, gestures, and facial expressions, and experiment with small adjustments until they feel natural. By practicing these techniques, you'll not only improve your nonverbal communication, but also develop a heightened awareness of others' body language. This skill will allow you to read subtle cues and respond effectively, further enhancing your ability to connect with people. In the next chapter, we'll build on these foundations by exploring how to keep conversations flowing and establish rapport through active listening, engaging questions, and shared interests. Together, these skills will help you form meaningful connections in any social or professional setting. If you're enjoying this audiobook summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest incisive audiobook project. Explore our channel for more thought-provoking content that enriches your mind and sharpens your perspective. Chapter 3: Building Rapport and Keeping the Conversation Flowing. Making a strong first impression is the gateway to connection, but true relationships are built through meaningful conversation. In this book, Nicholas Boothman emphasizes the importance of rapport, the sense of mutual understanding and trust that forms the foundation of successful interactions. Building rapport doesn't just happen by chance. It's a skill you can learn and practice to create connections that feel natural, engaging, and effortless. This chapter explores how to establish rapport, keep conversations flowing, and leave others with a lasting positive impression. What is rapport, and why does it matter? Rapport is more than casual small talk, it's a feeling of connection that allows conversations to go deeper. When rapport exists, communication feels easy and comfortable, even between strangers. Without it, conversations can feel stilted or awkward, leaving both parties disengaged. Boothman highlights that rapport is built on three key principles. 1. Commonality, finding shared interests or experiences. 2. Attunement, adjusting your tone, energy, and communication style to align with the other person. 3. Trust, creating an atmosphere of openness and respect. By focusing on these principles, you can create a sense of connection that makes others feel seen, heard, and valued. Starting strong, the art of the introduction. The first moments of any interaction set the tone for what follows. Boothman advises starting with a warm, friendly greeting and a simple introduction. Smile genuinely and make eye contact. Extend your hand, if appropriate, for a handshake. Offer a clear and enthusiastic, "Hi, I'm your name." Follow up by immediately using the other person's name. For example, if they introduce themselves as Sarah, respond with, "It's great to meet you, Sarah." Repeating their name not only helps you remember it, but also shows that you're paying attention. Ask open-ended questions. One of the most effective ways to keep a conversation flowing is to ask open-ended questions, those that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. Open-ended questions encourage the other person to share their thoughts and feelings, creating opportunities for deeper connection. Boothman suggests using the 5 W's and an H framework. Who inspired you to get into this field? What's been the most exciting part of your day so far? Where's your favorite place to travel? When did you first realize you loved their interest? Why do you think this idea resonates with so many people? How did you get started in your career? These questions signal genuine curiosity and give the other person space to express themselves, setting the stage for a meaningful dialogue. Listen actively and respond thoughtfully. While asking great questions is essential, the real magic happens when you listen actively. Active listening goes beyond hearing words. It involves fully engaging with what the other person is saying. Key elements of active listening. Focus. Give your full attention by maintaining eye contact and minimizing distractions. Acknowledge. Use verbal cues like, "I see," or "That's interesting" to show you're engaged. Paraphrase. Repeat or summarize what they've said to confirm your understanding. For example, "So, you're saying that starting your own business was a turning point for you?" By demonstrating that you're truly listening, you make the other person feel valued and encourage them to share more. Find common ground. Rapport thrives on shared interests or experiences. As you converse, look for points of connection. Perhaps you both enjoy the same type of music, support the same sports team, or have similar career goals. When you discover common ground, highlight it enthusiastically. For example, "You love hiking too? What's your favorite trail? I've always been fascinated by that topic. What drew you to it?" Shared interests create an instant bond, making the conversation more engaging and enjoyable for both parties. Use mirroring to deepen connection. Mirroring is a subtle yet powerful technique for building rapport. By aligning your tone, pace, and body language with the other person's, you create a sense of harmony and understanding. For instance, if they're speaking in a calm, measured tone, adjust your own tone to match. If they're animated and enthusiastic, reflect their energy by increasing your expressiveness. This doesn't mean mimicking them overtly. It's about creating a rhythm that feels natural and attuned to their style. Handle awkward silences with grace. Even the best conversations can experience occasional lulls. Instead of panicking, use these moments as an opportunity to steer the conversation in a new direction. Boothman recommends. Returning to earlier topics, you mentioned earlier that you're into photography. What kind of camera do you use? Observing your surroundings. This venue is amazing. Have you been here before? Asking for their opinion. What's your take on current topic? Awkward silences are natural, but handling them with confidence ensures they don't derail the conversation. The golden rule: make it about them. Ultimately, Boothman emphasizes that the best conversationalists focus on the other person, not themselves. Show genuine interest, ask thoughtful questions, and celebrate their stories and achievements. People leave these interactions feeling uplifted, and they'll remember you as someone who made them feel special. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to build trust and deepen these connections, transforming casual acquaintances into meaningful relationships. With the foundation of rapport in place, you'll be ready to take your interactions to the next level. If you're enjoying this audiobook summary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest incisive audiobook projects. Chapter 4: Building Trust and Deepening Connections. Rapport may open the door to connection, but trust is the foundation upon which lasting relationships are built. Nicholas Boothman explains that trust doesn't happen by chance, it's cultivated through consistent actions and genuine care. Trust allows relationships to move beyond surface-level pleasantries and into meaningful, long-term connections. This chapter focuses on the principles and techniques for building trust, helping you create bonds that go beyond initial impressions and casual conversations. Why trust matters. Trust is the glue that holds relationships together, whether personal or professional. Without it, even the strongest rapport will crumble under pressure. Trust creates a safe space where people feel valued, understood, and supported. It encourages openness and vulnerability, which are essential for fostering deeper connections. Boothman emphasizes that trust isn't built overnight, it's a process. While initial impressions and rapport set the stage, trust grows through consistent behaviors that demonstrate reliability, empathy, and authenticity. The pillars of trust. Boothman identifies 3 key elements that contribute to trust building. 1. Authenticity. Being authentic means showing up as your true self. People can sense when someone is being fake or manipulative, and these behaviors quickly erode trust. Authenticity involves aligning your words and actions, being honest about your intentions, and showing vulnerability when appropriate. Practical tips. Be genuine in your compliments and feedback. Don't flatter insincerely. Acknowledge your mistakes or limitations when they arise. It shows humility and honesty. Avoid trying to impress others by pretending to be something you're not. 2. Consistency. Trust thrives on predictability. When your words and actions are consistent over time, people know they can rely on you. This applies to everything from meeting deadlines at work to following through on personal promises. Practical tips. Follow through on commitments, no matter how small. Communicate clearly if circumstances change and you can't fulfill a promise. Avoid mixed signals. Be clear and consistent in your communication. 3. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It's a cornerstone of emotional intelligence and a powerful tool for building trust. When people feel that you truly understand and care about their experiences, they're more likely to trust you. Practical tips. Practice active listening as discussed in Chapter 3. Validate the other person's emotions by acknowledging their feelings. That sounds really challenging. I can see why you'd feel that way. Show patience and understanding, especially during disagreements. Building trust through communication. How you communicate plays a significant role in establishing trust. Boothman outlines several strategies to ensure your words and actions inspire confidence. Speak with integrity, say what you mean and mean what you say. Avoid exaggeration, dishonesty, or vague promises. Instead, strive for clear, direct communication that reflects your true intentions. Use positive reinforcement. Encourage and support the other person by recognizing their strengths and accomplishments. Positive reinforcement not only boosts morale but also strengthens the bond between you. Avoid gossip and negativity. Speaking negatively about others can damage your credibility and make people wonder what you might say behind their backs. Focus on uplifting conversations that build goodwill and trust. The role of vulnerability in trust building. While consistency and authenticity lay the groundwork for trust, vulnerability takes it to the next level. Sharing your struggles, fears, or past mistakes creates a sense of intimacy and invites the other person to do the same. This mutual openness deepens the connection and fosters a sense of shared humanity. Practical tips. Share a personal story that aligns with the topic of conversation, demonstrating your relatability. Admit when you're unsure or need help. It shows humility and builds credibility. Create a safe space for others to be vulnerable by responding with empathy and without judgment. Trust in professional relationships. In the workplace, trust is a vital ingredient for teamwork and collaboration. Whether you're a manager leading a team or a colleague working on a project, your ability to build trust will determine your effectiveness. Strategies for building trust at work. Be reliable. Consistently deliver quality work and meet deadlines. Give credit where it's due. Acknowledge the contributions of others and celebrate their successes. Seek feedback. Show that you value others' perspectives by asking for and acting on their input. Repairing broken trust. Trust can be fragile, and even small breaches can damage relationships. If trust is broken, Boothman advises taking immediate steps to repair it. Steps to rebuild trust. 1. Acknowledge the breach. Admit what went wrong and take responsibility for your actions. 2. Apologize sincerely. A heartfelt apology shows that you regret your mistake and value the relationship. 3. Make amends. Offer a concrete plan to rectify the situation and prevent future issues. 4. Be patient. Rebuilding trust takes time and consistent effort. Turning trust into long-term connection. Once trust is established, it becomes the foundation for deeper and more enduring relationships. People are more likely to confide in you, collaborate with you, and support you when they trust you. To maintain and nurture this trust over time, continue to demonstrate the qualities that built it in the first place: authenticity, consistency, and empathy. Regularly check in with your relationships to ensure they remain strong and address any potential issues before they escalate. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to use these skills to become a master conversationalist. By combining trust with compelling communication techniques, you'll be able to forge connections that inspire, engage, and leave a lasting impression. Chapter 5: The Art of Conversation. Trust may form the foundation of meaningful relationships, but conversation is the bridge that deepens those connections. Nicholas Boothman emphasizes that being a great conversationalist isn't about dazzling others with eloquence or wit. Instead, it's about making others feel heard, valued, and comfortable. This chapter dives into the principles of engaging communication, offering practical techniques for navigating conversations with confidence and ease. Whether you're meeting someone for the first time or strengthening an existing bond, mastering the art of conversation will empower you to connect on a deeper level. The golden rule of great conversations. Boothman's core principle for successful conversations is simple: make it about them. People love to feel seen and appreciated, and the easiest way to accomplish this is by shifting the focus of the conversation to the other person. By showing genuine interest in their thoughts, feelings, and experiences, you create an atmosphere of trust and camaraderie. How to make it about them. 1. Ask thoughtful questions. Show curiosity about their life, work, and passions. 2. Listen actively. Engage fully with their responses and avoid interrupting. 3. Validate their feelings. Acknowledge their emotions with phrases like, "That sounds exciting," or "I can see why you'd feel that way." Start with open-ended questions. Asking open-ended questions is one of the easiest ways to keep a conversation flowing. Unlike yes or no questions, open-ended questions invite detailed responses, allowing the other person to share their thoughts and experiences. Examples of open-ended questions. What inspired you to get into your field? What do you enjoy most about shared topic? How did you spend your weekend? Avoid questions that feel overly invasive or scripted. Instead, focus on prompts that naturally align with the context of your interaction. The power of storytelling. Stories are a universal way to connect with others. Sharing a relevant story can make your conversations more engaging and memorable while encouraging the other person to open up about their own experiences. Tips for effective storytelling. Keep it relevant. Choose stories that align with the topic or mood of the conversation. Be concise. Avoid rambling or including unnecessary details. Inject emotion. People connect more with feelings than facts. Share how the experience made you feel to draw your listener in. Example: if someone mentions they love traveling, you might share a brief anecdote about your favorite trip, focusing on the emotions and discoveries that made it meaningful. Build on shared interests. Finding common ground is a powerful way to create rapport and deepen connections. As you converse, look for opportunities to highlight shared interests or experiences. Strategies for finding common ground. Listen for verbal cues that reveal their hobbies, values, or passions. Share your own related experiences to establish a connection. Ask follow-up questions to keep the discussion going. For example, if they mention enjoying hiking, you could respond with, "That's awesome. I love hiking too. Do you have a favorite trail?" Handle awkward moments with grace. Even the best conversationalists encounter occasional lows or missteps. Instead of panicking, Boothman advises embracing these moments with confidence and humor. Strategies for navigating awkward moments. Acknowledge the silence. Looks like we both ran out of things to say at the same time. This can break the tension and reset the conversation. Shift the focus. Introduce a new topic or revisit something mentioned earlier. Ask for their opinion. What do you think about current topic? Remember, awkward moments are natural and often fleeting. How you handle them matters more than the moments themselves. The role of empathy in conversation. Empathy is the secret ingredient that elevates ordinary conversations into meaningful exchanges. By putting yourself in the other person's shoes and considering their perspective, you demonstrate that you genuinely care about what they have to say. Empathy in action. Nod and maintain eye contact to show you're fully engaged. Reflect their feelings by saying things like, "That must have been really rewarding," or, "I can imagine how challenging that was." Avoid judgment or unsolicited advice unless explicitly requested. Know when to speak and when to listen. One of the most common conversational pitfalls is monopolizing the discussion. Great conversationalists know when to step back and let the other person take center stage. Balancing speaking and listening. Follow the 80-20 rule. Aim to listen 80% of the time and speak 20%. Pause for reflection. After they finish speaking, pause briefly before responding to show you're processing their words. Resist the urge to interrupt. Even if you have a great point to share, wait until they finish their thought. End on a high note. Conversations leave lasting impressions, and the way you end them matters as much as how you start. Boothman recommends concluding on a positive, memorable note. Tips for ending conversations gracefully. Express gratitude. It was so nice talking with you. I really enjoyed hearing about topic. Share a compliment. You have such a unique perspective on that. Leave the door open. Let's catch up again soon, or I'd love to continue this conversation sometime. These small gestures reinforce the connection you've built and leave the other person with a positive impression of your interaction. From words to connection. Conversations are more than an exchange of words. They're opportunities to connect, understand, and build trust. By asking thoughtful questions, listening actively, and showing empathy, you can turn ordinary interactions into meaningful exchanges that leave a lasting impact. In the next chapter, we'll tie together everything you've learned so far, exploring how to apply these principles in real-world scenarios to create deeper, more fulfilling relationships. Whether networking at a professional event or meeting someone new at a party, you'll be equipped with the tools to navigate any social situation with confidence. Chapter 6: Real-World Applications and Lasting Connections. Now that we've explored the principles of making a strong first impression, building trust, and mastering conversation, it's time to put everything into action. The techniques outlined in this book are more than theoretical concepts. They're practical tools designed to enhance your daily interactions. Whether you're meeting someone for the first time, networking at a professional event, or strengthening a personal relationship, these skills can transform the way you connect with others. This chapter ties together everything you've learned, offering actionable strategies for applying these principles in real-world scenarios. The universal power of connection. Before diving into specific applications, it's important to remember the overarching goal: fostering meaningful connections. Whether your interaction lasts 90 seconds or 90 minutes, the principles remain the same. Focus on 1. Being present. Give the other person your undivided attention. 2. Building rapport. Create a sense of trust and mutual understanding. 3. Showing empathy. Acknowledge and validate their feelings and perspectives. By consistently applying these principles, you'll naturally become someone others enjoy being around. Scenario 1. Networking at professional events. Professional networking can be intimidating, especially when you're meeting influential people or competing for attention in a crowded room. The key to standing out is to make others feel valued. How to apply Boothman's principles. First impressions. Approach with open body language, a genuine smile, and a confident introduction. Hi, I'm your name. It's great to meet you. Engage with questions. Ask open-ended questions that show interest in their work, such as, what inspired you to pursue this career? Or, what projects are you most excited about right now? Listen actively. Nod, maintain eye contact, and paraphrase their responses to show you're engaged. Follow up. End the conversation with gratitude. I've really enjoyed talking with you, and exchange contact information for future communication. Scenario 2. Strengthening personal relationships. Deepening relationships with friends, family, or partners requires the same foundational skills, but with an added layer of vulnerability and trust. How to apply Boothman's principles. Build trust. Be consistent in your words and actions. Show up for the people you care about and follow through on commitments. Practice empathy. During conversations, prioritize understanding their feelings. Use phrases like, that must have been tough, or, I can see how much that means to you. Foster open communication. Share your own thoughts and feelings to encourage mutual vulnerability. For example, I've been feeling emotion about topic. What do you think? Express appreciation. Regularly acknowledge the other person's value in your life with genuine compliments or expressions of gratitude. Scenario 3. Meeting someone new. Whether at a party, a social gathering, or even a chance encounter, meeting someone new is an opportunity to practice the full spectrum of Boothman's techniques. How to apply Boothman's principles. Set the tone with positive body language. Approach with a relaxed posture, open gestures, and a smile. Break the ice. Start with a light, open-ended question like, how do you know? Mutual connection. Or, what brought you here today? Mirror their energy. Match their conversational tone and pace to create a sense of harmony. Make it memorable. Share an engaging story or unique insight that reflects your personality. Scenario 4. Managing difficult conversations. Not every interaction will be easy. Whether addressing a conflict or handling a tense discussion, these principles can help you navigate difficult conversations with grace and empathy. How to apply Boothman's principles. Start with a useful attitude. Approach the conversation with the goal of finding resolution rather than proving a point. Listen without interrupting. Let the other person express their thoughts fully before responding. Acknowledge their perspective. Use empathetic statements like, I understand why you feel that way. Focus on solutions. Shift the conversation toward finding common ground or actionable next steps. Scenario 5. Making a lasting impression. Sometimes your interaction with someone may be brief, but that doesn't mean it can't leave a lasting impact. Whether it's a short meeting with a potential employer or a quick chat at a social event, you can make yourself memorable. How to apply Boothman's principles. Be genuine. Authenticity always resonates. Speak from the heart and avoid trying to impress. Leave with gratitude. End the interaction with a sincere statement like, thank you for your time, I really enjoyed speaking with you. Follow up thoughtfully. If appropriate, send a thank you note or a message referencing your conversation to keep the connection alive. Sustaining long-term connections. The techniques in this book aren't just for first encounters, they're tools for sustaining meaningful relationships over time. To nurture these connections, check in regularly. A quick message or call can go a long way in showing you care. Celebrate milestones. Acknowledge birthdays, achievements, or anniversaries to make others feel valued. Be a source of positivity. Offer encouragement, support, and kindness whenever possible. Your transformation begins now. Mastering the art of connection isn't about perfection, it's about consistency, practice, and genuine effort. By applying Boothman's principles, you'll gain the confidence to approach any social situation, the skills to navigate conversations with ease, and the ability to leave others feeling uplifted and appreciated. the world is full of opportunities to connect. From chance encounters to lifelong friendships, every interaction has the potential to enrich your life and the lives of those around you. With the tools you've gained from this book, you're ready to turn fleeting moments into lasting bonds, one conversation at a time. So go forth, connect authentically, and make the most of those crucial 90 seconds and every moment beyond. Conclusion: turning moments into meaningful connections. Human connection is one of the most powerful forces in life. It shapes our relationships, drives our successes, and enriches our experiences. In this book, Nicholas Boothman equips us with practical tools to forge those connections, offering a clear roadmap for navigating social interactions with authenticity, empathy, and confidence. As we've explored throughout these chapters, building meaningful relationships doesn't require charm, luck, or an extroverted personality. It simply requires intention. Whether it's through mastering first impressions, using positive body language, fostering trust, or engaging in thoughtful conversation, every interaction is an opportunity to create value for yourself and others. The core takeaways. 1. First impressions matter. Within 90 seconds, people form lasting judgments based on your body language, tone, and demeanor. Start strong with a smile, open posture, and genuine introduction. 2. Nonverbal communication speaks louder than words. Your body language sets the tone for every interaction. Use openness, eye contact, and subtle mirroring to convey warmth and engagement. 3. Rapport builds bridges. Establishing common ground and aligning with the other person's energy fosters a sense of connection and trust. 4. Trust is the foundation. Consistency, authenticity, and empathy create the trust necessary for lasting relationships. 5. Mastering conversation. Asking open-ended questions, listening actively, and sharing relevant stories make conversations enjoyable and memorable. Applying these lessons. The true beauty of Boothman's approach lies in its versatility. Whether you're networking, deepening personal bonds, or navigating challenging interactions, these principles are universally applicable. They empower you to connect across differences, break down barriers, and leave a lasting positive impression. But the work doesn't end with this book. Building relationships is a lifelong journey of learning and adapting. Every conversation offers an opportunity to refine your skills and deepen your understanding of others. Your next steps. Practice daily. Apply one technique from this book in your next interaction, whether it's maintaining strong eye contact or asking an open-ended question. Reflect and adjust. After each interaction, consider what went well and what you could improve. Growth comes from self-awareness and practice. Stay genuine. Always lead with authenticity and empathy. Genuine connection transcends techniques and creates bonds that endure. A final thought. In a world where distractions abound, the ability to make others feel valued and understood is a rare and precious gift. By mastering the art of connection, you not only enrich your own life, but also bring warmth, positivity, and encouragement to others. Remember, the most powerful relationships often start with a single moment of kindness, curiosity, or understanding. So embrace those first 90 seconds and the moments that follow as opportunities to create meaningful, lasting connections. As Boothman suggests, the ability to make people like you isn't just about being liked, it's about creating an impact, one relationship at a time. Go out there and start building the connections that will transform your life. If you enjoyed this audiobook summary, we'd love for you to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our newest projects. Dive into our collection of insightful audiobook summaries and uncover more transformative ideas to inspire your journey. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.